Hello and welcome to Wisdom Forge. How stress is secretly destroying your relationship. 20 warning signs. The silent relationship killer you're ignoring. Stress doesn't just affect you individually, it creeps into your relationships like a poison, slowly damaging the connection between partners without either person realizing what's happening. When we're stressed, we become emotionally unavailable, quick to anger, and less patient with our partner's needs. This creates a dangerous cycle where stress causes relationship problems, which then creates more stress. Many couples mistakenly blame each other for these issues when the real culprit is unmanaged stress. Recognizing this pattern is the first step to protecting your relationship from this invisible threat. Communication breakdown: when stress steals your words. One of the first casualties of stress is healthy communication. Under pressure, people tend to either withdraw completely or lash out angrily, both disastrous for relationships. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for thoughtful communication, literally goes offline during high stress. This explains why stressed couples have more misunderstandings, fewer deep conversations, and struggle to resolve conflicts effectively. Partners often describe feeling like they're walking on eggshells around each other when stress levels are high. Rebuilding communication requires first addressing the underlying stress. The intimacy void: stress's impact on physical connection. Chronic stress is one of the biggest killers of intimacy in relationships. It reduces libido by elevating cortisol, which lowers testosterone, and makes people too exhausted or distracted for physical connection. But the damage goes deeper. Stress makes people less emotionally available for the vulnerability that true intimacy requires. Many couples mistake this intimacy drop for loss of love when it's actually just physiological stress responses. Reigniting physical connection often requires reducing stress levels first. Financial stress: the number one relationship argument trigger. Money worries create a special kind of relationship stress that attacks from multiple angles. Financial stress leads to more frequent arguments, less quality time together, as people work more, and constant underlying tension. Studies show couples argue about money more than any other topic, and these fights tend to be more intense and longer lasting. The cruel irony? Financial stress often leads to expensive coping mechanisms like shopping sprees or drinking that make the problem worse. Breaking this cycle requires open communication and joint financial planning. Parenting under pressure: how stress affects family dynamics. When stressed parents come home, the whole family feels it. Stress makes parents more irritable, less patient, and quicker to anger with their children. This creates a tense home environment where kids become anxious or act out, which then stresses parents further. Many parents don't realize how much their external stress is affecting family interactions. Children of stressed parents often report feeling like they're always in trouble or that their parents are always angry. Protecting your family relationship starts with managing your stress before you walk through the door. The emotional distance created by chronic stress. Stress builds an invisible wall between partners by reducing emotional availability. When preoccupied with worries, people have less mental space to notice their partner's emotional needs. Partners of stressed individuals often report feeling lonely, unheard, or unimportant, not because their loved one doesn't care, but because stress has consumed their emotional bandwidth. This distance can feel like rejection, creating resentment that further damages the relationship. Bridging this gap requires conscious effort to be emotionally present despite stress. Stress-induced negativity bias: seeing the worst in your partner. Our brains have a negativity bias that becomes exaggerated under stress. This means stressed individuals are more likely to interpret neutral actions negatively. Remember bad moments more than good ones. Assume the worst about their partner's intentions. This distorted perception leads to unnecessary conflicts and erodes relationship satisfaction over time. Many couples find their relationship improves dramatically simply by reducing stress and restoring balanced perspective. The time crunch: how stress steals quality moments. Stressed couples consistently report having less quality time together. Stress creates a perceived lack of time that leads to canceled date nights, fewer meaningful conversations, rushed interactions. Relationships thrive on shared positive experiences, and stress robs couples of these crucial bonding moments. Making relationship time non-negotiable even during stressful periods is essential for maintaining connection. Stress contagion: how one partner's stress infects the other. Stress is literally contagious between partners through emotional mirroring and shared environments. When one person is stressed, their mood affects their partner. Their coping mechanisms impact both people. Their availability decreases. This creates a dangerous dynamic where one person's stress becomes a relationship-wide problem. The solution isn't hiding stress, but managing it in ways that minimize spillover. The comparison trap: stressed people compare relationships unfairly. Stress distorts our perception of our own relationship by making other couples seem happier by comparison, creating unrealistic expectations, focusing on what's missing rather than what's present. Social media exacerbates this by showing curated highlights of others' relationships. Stressed couples often fall into the trap of comparing their behind the scenes to others' highlight reels. Coping mechanisms that damage relationships. Under stress, people often develop coping habits that hurt their relationship. Emotional eating leading to body image issues. Excessive drinking causing arguments. Social media escapism replacing connection. Retail therapy creating financial stress. These temporary stress relievers often create bigger relationship problems long-term. The apology deficit: why stressed people struggle to say sorry. Stress makes people more defensive and less likely to take responsibility for mistakes, offer sincere apologies, engage in repair attempts after conflicts. This apology deficit allows small issues to snowball into major resentments that erode relationship foundations over time. Stress and the loss of playfulness. Healthy relationships need playfulness and humor, but stress reduces spontaneous fun, makes people too serious, kills the mood for teasing and games. Couples who maintain playfulness during stress report higher satisfaction, but this requires conscious effort when stressed. The future planning freeze. Stressed couples often stop planning for the future because they feel too overwhelmed by present problems. They lose hope about positive outcomes. They avoid long-term commitments. This creates relationship stagnation where couples stop growing together. The appreciation drought. Stress creates an appreciation drought where partners stop noticing each other's efforts, take each other for granted, forget to express gratitude. Small daily appreciations are powerful relationship boosters that stress pushes aside. Different stress responses causing conflict. When partners have different stress responses, one wants to talk, one withdraws, it creates frustration and misunderstanding. Recognizing these differences is key to avoiding additional stress. The resentment spiral. Unmanaged stress leads to resentment, which creates more stress, a dangerous spiral. Resentment builds when needs go chronically unmet. Partners feel unfairly treated. Small issues aren't addressed promptly. Rebuilding after stress damage. Relationships can recover from stress damage by creating stress-free zones, no serious talk in bedroom, scheduling worry time to contain stress, practicing daily reconnection rituals. When to seek help. Professional help may be needed when stress has caused long-term distance, communication has completely broken down, resentment feels overwhelming. Therapy can provide tools to manage stress together. Stronger together, using your relationship as a stress buffer. Healthy relationships actually reduce stress when partners face challenges as a team. Provide emotional support. Share the mental load. Viewing your relationship as a stress solution rather than a stress victim changes everything. Thank you, and let's stay connected. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you found this video valuable, imagine what you'll learn next. Subscribe to Wisdom Forge and hit the bell icon so you never miss more thought-provoking content, practical wisdom for everyday life, the tools to unlock your full potential. Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaway or what topics you'd like to see next. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning.